Welcome back to the news at 10. Now, we've had a reaction to the disruption in Edo State. That's talking about our lead story on the Presidential Advisory Committee on National Dialogue. Well, that committee has condemned the rowdiness that marred its meeting in Benin City, the Edo State capital, today. In a statement signed by its chairman, Mr. Femi Okumu, the committee also condemned the role played by one of its members, who it said joined the crowd in shouting Governor Adams Oshomole down. Insisting that it's committed to upholding the principles of democratic discourse, the committee warned that it would not condone the kind of unruly behavior witnessed in Benin City. Now, the ECOWAS Commission has begun plans to establish a regional communication network to help fight human trafficking and promote child protection in West Africa. This effort is coming in view of the security crises in different countries in the region, which the Commission says leaves women and children exposed to dangers of deprivation and forced labor. The ECOWAS Director of Humanitarian and Social Affairs noted that nations must be made to assume responsibility for the protection of those vulnerable groups.
First Bank, truly the first.
We're moving swiftly now to business news. Here's Loretta Chogo. Loretta?
Thank you, Joma. And immediately we start off with this report that says they may have expected an endorsement of the Sovereign Wealth Fund as they walked into a warm welcome by Governor Babatunde Fashola and his team. But that hope was dashed when Governor Fashola maintained that he had no business with the fund. Though he received the certificates of the contribution of the state into the fund, Governor Fashola said the enactment of the law guiding the fund was unconstitutional. He added that the excess gains from the sale of the country's crude oil should not be saved as allowed by the law, but channeled to the rebuilding and upgrading of collapsed infrastructure in the country. The Naira firmed marginally against the dollar at the interbank market today, supported by greenback sales by foreign energy companies. The local currency closed at 158 Naira 7 kobo to the dollar, firmer than Friday's close of 158 Naira 75 kobo per dollar. Traders say a unit of ExxonMobil sold $65 million to some lenders. ENI sold $1.5 million, while ADAX Petroleum sold $3 million. The Naira has sustained its gains against the greenback after hitting its strongest point in over 4 months last week, when oil companies started month-end dollar sales. Now, more than 101 billion Naira worth of treasury bills is expected to mature before the end of the week. According to data from the Financial Market Dealers Association, the bills are from the open market operation platform of the money market. Investors are expected to be paid at the rate of 12.50%. There are indications that the maturing bill may not have any impact of the interbank lending rates owing to its low volume. The open market operation is one avenue the Central Bank of Nigeria employs to control the level of liquidity in the economy. And it's still earnings session, and more companies continue to post their financial earnings for the third quarter of the year. For the period in review, Dangote Sugar recorded an increase in its profit for the year, which grew from 8.17 to 11.3 billion naira. Profits before tax also jumped to 16.62 billion naira from 12.01 billion naira. Net assets appreciated to 51.57 billion naira, but the company's revenue dropped to 77.23 billion naira from 81.31 billion naira. Lafarge Wabco PLC says its revenue grew by 6% to 74.27 billion naira in the third quarter of 2013. A statement of comprehensive income submitted to the Nigerian Stock Exchange shows the company's profit after tax also increased by 89% to 20.45 billion naira, also in the same period under review. Revenue rose to 74.27 billion naira from a previous 69.84 billion naira, while net assets climbed by 25% to 85.21 billion naira in 2013. And still on, the equities market closed today on a negative note as investors opened the week trading cautiously. The all-share index tumbled by 0.49% at the end of Monday's trade to close at 37,278.34 points. Harriet Agbenyi gives us a summary of the day's trading.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Investors opened the week trading cautiously, even though more company results trickled into the market. Now, the all-share index retreated by 0.49% at the end of Monday's trade to close at 37,278.34 points. Market capitalization also dipped to 11.91 trillion naira. Well, Monday's top laggards include Nigerian Breweries, Cadbury Nigeria and CAP PLC with losses of 2 naira 95 kobo, 2 naira 78 kobo and 1 naira 99 kobo each. With the gain of 2 naira 50 kobo, Lafarge Wapco led other price appreciators. Wapik Insurance, Ecobank Transnational Incorporated and Transnational Corporation of Nigeria were Monday's most active stocks. When trading crossed the finish line, volume stood at 241.39 million units, valued at 2.63 billion naira and exchanged in over 4,000 deals. Well, those are the day's trading figures. I'm Harriet.
And that's it on Business News. News at 10 continues in seconds. Stay with us.
First Bank, truly the first.
Still ahead on the news at 10, home-based Eagles fail to fly over Jordan in international friendly. That's on Sports News. Do join us again.
Nivea Nourishing Body Lotion. Its effective formula with Hydra IQ gives your skin deep and long-lasting nourishment for skin that stays moisturized all day long.